Hi, welcome to Insight from the Torah portion. I'm Shira Polon, CBT therapist, and today we'll have a special class for Tu B'Shvat, Parashat Beshalach. We're going to learn how to influence our thoughts and change them from thoughts that limit us to thoughts that help us grow. In Tu B'Shvat, you eat fruits, and one of the fruits of Eretz Israel is tamarim, dates, and in Hebrew, tamar. If you split the word to two, tam means stop, finished, and mar means bitter. So tamar means the bitterness ended, and we will see there's tamarim in the Parashat Shavua, and everything going to be connected and going to be a very interesting class. So as usual, I will start with the Parsha, and then we connect it to the CBT idea. So in the Parashat Shavua, Parashat Beshalach, after Kriyat Yam Suf, there's the story about Mara. Mara means bitter. It says in the Psukim, Vayesa Moshe et Israel miyam Suf. Moshe Rabbeinu, he takes Am Israel from Yam Suf, ויצאו אל מדבר שור, וילכו 3 ימים במדבר, and they started to go 3 days in the desert. ולא מצאו מים, there wasn't water. ויבואו מרתה, they came to a place that called מרתה, מרה, from bitter. ולא יכלו לשתות מים ממרה, and they couldn't drink the water from the bitterness because they were bitter, כי מרים הם. ועל כן קרא שמה מרה, and that's why the name of the place was מרה, bitter, because the water was bitter, they couldn't drink it. וילונו העם על משה לאמור מה נשתה. And then the בני ישראל, they started to complain to Moshe, what do we drink? We're going 3 days, we're thirsty. ויצעק אל השם, Moshe calls to God, ויראו השם עץ, וישלח אל המים, וימתקו המים. Hashem tell him, take a tree, put it in the water, and the water will get sweet. So basically, Am Israel, they go out from Egypt, place that the Egyptian makes their life bitter, they make them work hard in Parech, and it's really tough life. And they live in idea that all the bitterness, it's something from outside, it's from the Egyptians. And they think the minute we go out of Egypt, the bitterness will stop. But now they see that they still see bitterness in their life. And the Baal Shem Tov in his Ma'amar Marot, he explained that everything we see outside, it's a reflection of stuff we have inside internally. And there can be 2 people in the same event, but they will have a different emotions, different perspective. One person can see how God saved them and how people were kind, and the other person can see what a terrible situation it was, and how it took so long for people to come and give help. And it can be exactly the same situation. For instance, even like a car accident, so somebody can see how people came fast and helped them. Another person can say, oh, why it happened after to me? And you can choose what to put your focus on and how to like how to explain stuff. And the idea is that there's events that we cannot influence the events. And we even cannot influence our thoughts because they're just coming. But we can influence the way we behave and the way we take these thoughts and what we do with them. So in the Parashat, Bnei Israel, they see the bitterness in the water. It's actually something that's inside their heart. And Hashem teaches them that there is a goal for the bitterness. He doesn't ask Moshe to take his staff and just touch the water like he did in the plagues in Egypt or Kriyat Yam Suf. He says, take something that is bitter by himself. They say tree is a bitter thing, and put it inside the water that is bitter. Like the solution for the bitterness is inside the bitterness of itself. It shows us that the part of the I would say, like when somebody gets hit, so that's part of being healthy. There's a pasuk in Yirmiyahu that says, "Mimakotecha erapecha," like from your hits, you will get healthy. Like a lot of time, people they something bad happens to them, but then they grow from it. Like for instance, people get fired from work, and they say, "Oh, it's disaster. It's the end of the world. What will be now?" But because they went out from the comfortable place, now they need to go and search for a different job. And a lot of time, people find a better job, or find something they enjoy more, or find something that's more comfortable for the schedule. And because it makes us go out from our comfort zone. So also getting hurt, it's not comfortable, but then it makes us grow and find different stuff. So the idea is we don't want to avoid bitterness and not think about it. We want to say, okay, there's something bitter, how can I grow from it? The word etz, tree in Hebrew, connected to the word ye'utz, that means to console to somebody. And a lot of time people feel bitterness because they're alone. And they have the feeling that nobody sees them. But when somebody gets to therapy, he feels like somebody's listening, somebody's with them, and that already makes the situation sweeter. So in the Parsha, after Am Israel go out from Mara, they continue to a place called Elim. That's a place of sweet waters and dates, that we said Tamar, right? It shows that all the bitterness came to the end because they understood it's something inside them and they can grow from it. And now I want to connect it to CBT. So basically, CBT, it's cognitive behavioral therapy, and it means we think about our thoughts and our behavior, and there's influence between them. Like if we change our thought, it will influence our behavior. If we change our behavior, it will influence our thoughts. And we understand that we don't have control on our thoughts, but or the events either. But we can decide how to react to them and how to behave, and how to interpret them. And we want to I will give an example, okay? Once I had a couch underneath my house. It was outside of the house, but it was like in the back of the house, and it was a building, yeah. So there wasn't like really fence around the building, but it was in the back. It wasn't next to the garbage. It wasn't in the front that everybody can see. And after a few days, the sofa was gone. So that's the situation. Now there's different ways I can react to the same situation. My first reaction was, oh, people, it's not nice. How can they do it? They stole my sofa, bad people. And I had bad thoughts, and that makes me bad feelings, and I wasn't happy. But then I was thinking, okay, maybe I can change the way I think about the situation and say, okay, I had a couch, a comfortable couch, but if somebody took it, he probably really needed it because it was heavy couch, and it wasn't in the front. So obviously somebody was really searching for it. It really needed it. So I said, fine, if somebody needed the couch so badly, maybe he was sleeping on the floor till now on some mattress, and now he has my comfortable couch to sleep on. Now he probably sleeps better at night. And that made me feel much better. And even though it was the same situation, all my feelings were different. I said, oh, I did tzedakah, I helped somebody. So that's the same idea. You need to take your thoughts, the situation, see how you can interpret it in a different way that makes you feel better. So I want to give you a tool how to deal with bitterness thoughts, thoughts that make you stop from growing, that make you stay in your place. You want take a specific thought that you feel like it stops you from doing something you want. Like it can be a thought that starts in the word like, oh, it's I shouldn't try to do, or I shouldn't learn, or I shouldn't make something because anyway I won't be successful, I won't have enough time, I'm not so good at it. Everybody can have his own sentence that connects to. And after you have a specific thought, I want you now to close your eyes, and I will tell a really short story, and then we will learn from it something. So you should imagine, okay, a big tree that has a lot of sweet fruits and leaves, green leaves that like makes noise in the wind, and the fruits are really colorful. And on the tree, there's many different birds, and the birds make their small noises, and they're so colorful and pretty. But their noises is like just terrible. It's like so many birds and so noisy. I can't rest. And sometimes the birds fly away from the tree, but after a while they can't come back, and all their annoying squeak with them. At night the birds sleep, and then there's quiet, but it's not for so long, because in the minute that the morning comes with the sunrise, they just start to do the noises again. And after being quiet at night, the noise is just more terrible, and you can rest with it. Sometimes you can hear the beauty of the scene, and then the squeaks are like really beautiful to the ear, but usually it's just terrible. Okay, now you can think of yourself as a tree, and the birds like thoughts. So the thoughts sometimes are bothering us, doesn't let us rest, exactly like the birds. But you can also see the thoughts as the behavior of the birds. Sometimes the thoughts go away, sometimes they come back, sometimes they're quiet. Can the birds stop the tree from growing? Can the birds stop him from having sweet fruits and doing his thing? Obviously, the answer is not. The birds can be annoying, but they cannot influence the tree's growth. So again, we want to go back to the thought we had in the beginning and see, is that thought can influence me? Yes, but can it stop me from doing my thing? It's my decision if to let this thought stop me, or I can still continue and do my goals and do stuff meaningful that I wanted. Okay, it's up to me. So basically, we learned the tool how to make our thoughts more that we can influence them. We don't control the thoughts, but we control what we do with them. And instead of letting them stop me, we understand that they're like birds. They come and go. They can be annoying, but they cannot stop me from doing the things I want. And I have the choice how to behave and what to do. And I decided to let those thoughts to decide what I will do or not. And if I understand that it's just a thought, but I still have the ability to choose what I want to do, that will make me able to do the stuff I wanted. So I hope you find this successful. I took the ideas from 2 books. The idea for Parashat Shavua is from ניר מנוסי book. The name of the book is מי זאת עולה, נשים בתורה על פי הקבלה וחסידות, the women in the Torah through Kabbalah and Hasidut. And the other book, the CBT idea, the Shri, is from a book called Milkud Atzmi, CBT, and that helps people and therapists. It's the name of the writer is Neumann Haddad. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask underneath the video, and also you can contact me. All the ways are also underneath the video in the box. So I'll see you Bezrat Hashem next week. Bye. ט"ו בשבט שמח.